Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And as always, I would like to give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of quick and important information being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. This is the brother Yashamai coming back at you with another video. NATO's war against Russia inches closer to direct conflict. Okay, and well, as you may know, there has been tensions growing between NATO and Russia. You know, tensions growing between the United States and Russia. You know, and you know, basically, I believe it was last year, a missile had struck a state in Poland, okay? And basically, you know, that sparked a lot of controversy. And, you know, at first, let me see, I believe they said that the U.S. was to blame for the missile strike in Poland, okay, in which down there in NATO they had a status quo where if one country feel like it's in danger, then all of the states could come together to go to war. No. What happened was there was a missile that struck inside of Poland, and Russia was to blame for it. And the United States basically came out and said that it was not a missile from Russia, you see. And basically, that tactic was used to prevent World War III, as you can see, you know. Because, you know, NATO has a status quo where if one country feel like it's in danger, then all of the states can get involved. So, you know, the United States basically came out and said, no, it was not Russia, it was not Russia. Then who was it, you know? And they pretty much put the blame on Ukraine. They said it was a Ukrainian missile. So, you know, NATO is looking for a reason to go to war against Russia, even though inevitably and predominantly we know that NATO is going to turn on the United States and their forces and shoot intercontinental ballistic missiles on the United States of America, because it's going to get to a point to where NATO is going to get tired. They're going to get tired of the corruption of the United States. So NATO's war against Russia inches closer to direct conflict. We are fighting a war against Russia. The German foreign minister says, as the United States and Germany authorize tank shipments and new dangers in the Ukraine proxy war. So you see, make a long story short, the United States and Germany authorized tank shipments in Ukraine, which sparked new controversy. Okay, we also got to remember that Germany is also an ally of the United States of America. Okay, as you can see right there. Okay, Germany is an ally of the United States. So, and yes, it is true, Germany, in fact, this year did send tanks to the United States of America. So, what we're seeing here, which now we know that World War III is not going to just simply start, over this Ukraine situation. World War III is actually going to start when the United States go into Iran. And according to biblical prophecy, this is how the United States is going to end up in Iran. Because even as I speak, the United States of America currently has what? They currently have 50,000 plus troops stationed on the borders of Iran. So Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, that he have taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he had proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Okay, against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. So surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Now we know that Babylon is the United States of America. Okay, that's Babylon right there. Okay, and the Chaldeans is the modern day Illuminati. And back in the ancient world, the capital of Babylon was the main headquarters for the United States of America. Back in the ancient world, we know that Babylon was the main headquarters for the Chaldeans to perform their human sacrifices, their rituals, etc., etc. Okay, the United States of America is the main headquarters for the Illuminati to perform their human sacrifices and their rituals. Okay, we know that the modern day Chaldeans today will be the Illuminati, because the ancient Chaldeans were known for what? Being a bunch of sorcerers, witches, and warlocks. So it says, surely the least of the flock. Who's calling themselves the flock of the Lord around the world? Who's calling themselves the people of the Lord around the world? Those so-called Israelis, okay? So they're the least of the flock, okay? So surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Shall draw who out? Shall draw out the United States of America, Babylon. The least of the flock shall draw out the United States of America, Babylon, into what? Well, the so-called Israelis, they're currently in a cold war against Iran, but it's going to get to a point to where it's going to escalate. Their problems toward one another is going to escalate. Okay, and what's going to happen is that the so-called Israelis, they're going to cause the United States of America to basically get involved with their confrontation against Iran. And when that happens, when the time comes, the so-called Israelis, they're going to attack Iran, and the United States is going to be brought to attack Iran as well, right along with the so-called Israelis. And when that happens, that's going to be the drawing line for Russia. That's when Russia is going to draw the line. That's when the line is going to be crossed. That's when Russia is going to go into Iran. And when they do, their main goal is going to be to kill U.S. troops and so-called Israeli troops. Okay, so when Russia goes into Iran, to defend their interest, because Iran is an ally of Russia, right? That's when NATO is going to step in, as we hear about right here, because NATO is an ally of the United States of America. And when NATO step in, Germany is going to step in, because Germany is an ally of the United States of America. And when Germany steps in, China is going to step in because China is an ally of the United States of America. Okay? And you know, because of how great NATO's forces are, right? Well, we know that China is not going to be the only one to step in. Okay? North Korea is going to step in because they're an ally of Russia as well. North Korea is going to step in. Turkey is going to step in because they're an ally of Russia. Okay? And Libya and Gomer is going to be joined with Russia. Okay? Okay? And the Persians, which are the Iranians, they're an ally of Russia. They're going to be joined with Russia too in this war. And just like that, you're going to have the world's greatest superpowers all gathered together, mustered over there in the Middle East to fight in the war of Armageddon, the Valley of Troops over there in the Middle East, which in Joel, the 3rd chapter, calls it Jehoshaphat, the Valley Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh's the judge, because at around that time, the Lord is going to judge those nations for the controversy of Zion, which is Israel, the true Israelites, which are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indians. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Okay, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. You see? Okay, so the last scripture I'm going to get is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. You see? And what do you think we're hearing about here? We're hearing rumors of NATO's war against Russia inching closer. So these are all biblical prophecies coming to pass. Then if we go down to verse 7, it says this: for nation shall rise against nation. It's talking about something else. And here's the key point: and kingdom against kingdom. We got the kingdom of the Roman Empire rising up against the kingdom of the bear. Okay, so we got the dragon rising against the bear, which we know the dragon to be the Roman Empire. Okay, which the Roman Empire consists of the United States of America, NATO, and Canada. You see? So we got the kingdom of the dragon, the Roman Empire, okay, the fourth beast, the dragon, versus the kingdom of the bear, Russia, you see. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All these are the beginning of sorrows, as you see right here. Okay. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom. So on to the next one.